like you and me talk about it, they've seen it. So for them to write about it and say that, oh, Forrest was like this and Forrest Gump was like that, whatever, but the masses also have to see it. And they were not going to see it for Forrest Gump. They'll see it for Lal Singh Chaddha and for what it is. And of course, this is an original adaptation of Forrest Gump, and Amir has waited 14 years for the script to be written, to get the rights of this film. So it's something that he's seen his passion through it, you know, and we've kept it in the essence of based for the Indian audience. But of course, Forrest and Jenny's characters are the same. It's scene to scene, it's the same. But it's obviously been performed by us in the way we have done it. But of course, the arcs of the characters are all the same. Rupa's as flawed and grey as Jenny was. And in fact, her journey is something that, like, I think is the most beautiful part of Lal Singh Chaddha.
I also feel like along with your choices on screen, I feel like even off screen, you've maintained the way you are and you've really owned yourself. People always say like be yourself, but you truly have. You handle trolling like a boss. What goes through your mind when you see all of that happening around you?
No, obviously I think, but I'm like reacting like a sensible person, because, you know, since you have to retarded comments, sometimes you have to react sensibly.
But tell me, like now, are you used to the thing? Do you not get bothered by what happens around you with the trolling and anything?
I don't get bothered at all. Because, I mean, you know, beyond a point, it's not important. The problem is that we have given the ticket. It's an open platform. Everybody has a voice today and everybody wants to say something. And post-pandemic, everyone is frustrated. Everyone wants to talk. Everyone has a write a review, give a take, say something, do something. So, it's okay. As long as everybody is removing their frustration on something.
Now that he's grown up, Taimur's there. Do you sometimes show the films that you want to now?
No.
And have you seen the trailer? Not there yet, right?
No, he's not there. He's only 5.5. And he's not interested, I think, in that. Even he knows that we work in movies, but
He never ever showed something?
No, he's missed a generation and he's already watching Harry Potter and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Look at that. I love that. Yeah. Harry Potter is a good way to start.
Yeah, really. I think so. Yeah.
It is. It's lovely. And I also think it's lovely because you put this little photo where, you know, he saw his first match. I think that's such a emotional moment, right?
Yeah, I mean, Saif was going, so obviously he went with his father and it was nice. But I mean, he's still really small yet to understand, you know, like in terms of like sports, he's just started playing football. He's just 5.5, going to be 6. I think once they're like 7, 8, they kind of figure out what kind of sport they're interested in. So the idea is to expose him to everything and then kind of let him take his decision, you know, what he wants to play or not.
You mentioned grey. For you, is grey so much more interesting? I'm sure it is for all actors. And, you know, because you are somebody who has done a little bit of grey. And, you know...
I mean, you know, I think that what's important is that it should be something that I've not played before. Like Rupa is a character that you've not seen me do. Because she also has an arc from when she was 18, the kind of girl she is, she's ambitious, she has dreams and aspirations. Then finally how her life pans out along with Lal's life, you know, and then finally how it ends up is the beauty of this film. And it's something that I just loved because, you know, I want people to see that whole, you know, gamut and graph, and it's very emotionally heart-wrenching. That I know that there won't be a single person who watches the film and won't shed a tear, because that's the kind of film it is.
No, that's lovely. It's been a while, no? I think we need that back.
Yeah, just something that has a good story.
Yeah.
And something that has an emotional connect to it, you know, rather than, of course, a formula film is there, everything is there. You have the song and dance and everything. But I think when it comes to this kind of film, because it's an original